Ladies and gentlemen, supporting human rights is one of the basic goals of Polish foreign policy. Pro Dignitate Humana, which means for human dignity, is a prize granted by the Polish foreign minister to an individual or non-governmental organization that takes selfless, uncompromising actions to defend the rights of people who are persecuted and at risk of repression. The award reflects their firm commitment to defending the rights of an individual and human dignity. By awarding this prize, we wish to honor people who devote their lives to protecting human rights through their endeavors or sacrifice. Last year, the Pro Dignitate Humana Prize was awarded at a ceremony to mark the International Day commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief. The winner was Navid Walter, the director of Human Focus Pakistan. I have the honor to announce that this year the Pro Dignitate Humana Prize is granted to a Somalian non-governmental organization, the Elman Peace and Human Rights Center. Elman Peace promotes and protects human rights, fosters tolerance, understanding, and peaceful coexistence. It also seeks to offer equal opportunities for the most vulnerable members of the Somali society. Ilwood Elman, who runs Elman Peace, comes from a family of Somalian peace activists. Her father, Elman Ali Ahmed, known as the Somali Father of Peace, launched the initiative Drop the Gun, Pick Up the Pen to educate young people in order to prevent their radicalization. Elman Ali Ahmed was murdered in 1996 at the peak of Somalia's civil war. Probably it was a political assassination. He was involved in actions opposing the regime of General Muhammad Adid, Somalia's military leader during the civil war. For his activity, Elman Ali Ahmed received death threats and was planning to flee abroad with his family. Finally, only his wife and daughters left the country while he stayed in Somalia, hoping to join them soon. Unfortunately, he never made it. Fartun Adan returned to Somalia in 2007. Her daughters, among them Ilwood Elman, came back 3 years later when the situation started to calm down. They wanted to continue Elman Ali Ahmed's mission. The oldest daughter, Almas Elman, a diplomat and humanitarian activist, was shot dead in November 2019 when she was traveling by car in a safe zone in Mogadishu. Ilwood Elman and her mother ran the Elman Peace and Human Rights Center. The third daughter, Ilman Elman, is Somalia's youngest military commander. Elman Peace promotes and defends human rights, focusing on efforts to ensure a lasting peace and support marginalized social groups. Most Somali child soldiers remained outside school system since early childhood. A great majority of schools were destroyed during many years of armed clashes. Elman Peace carries out programs that allow young people to acquire useful skills and find a job in the future and become reliable members of their communities. The center offers free assistance for child soldiers and former fighters of terrorist groups to support their rehabilitation and social reintegration. It organizes a comprehensive care system for them, provides education and vocational training, helps to launch their own business activities or find a job. Only in 2019, the initiative Drop the Gun, Pick Up the Pen supported more than 300 people. At first, the program was directed mostly to boys, but Elman Peace gradually extended it to include training courses for girls. Apart from the core activities, the center also implements social and media projects, raising sensitivity to early symptoms of religious radicalization among children and youth. Indeed, the radicalization on the religious grounds remains a serious problem in Somalia. As Ms. Inward Elman told me several days ago, the theological message and principles are often distorted and used as a mask in order to seed violence and unrest. Sadly, the youth are the key target of the extremists. This is why the mission of Elman Peace and Human Rights Center is so important and necessary. This is why it coincides with one of the Polish foreign policy priorities, the protection of human rights and fostering freedom of religion and belief. I am glad to know that almost 2,000 people received help from Elman Peace, according to the organization's 2019 report. Last year, the organization extended its outreach to include other African countries, Mali, Cameroon, and Nigeria. In cooperation with the United Nations Development Programme and leading civil society organization, Elman Peace published a report on the best practices relating to social reintegration of former extremists in Somalia and other African countries. In addition, Elman Peace is involved in countering gender-based violence in South Sudan. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that awarding the Pro Dignitate Humana Prize to such an eminent organization will contribute to bringing peace, strengthening human rights, and enhancing freedom of religion and belief in Africa. We also hope that it will stimulate a global interreligious dialogue, the thing we all need so much.